Whether you're planning a wedding for 200, booking a romantic weekend getaway, or just looking for a wonderful dinner out, the Chocksett Inn, located in Sterling, can satisfy all of your needs. We're here today with Nicki Morrison, who's the general manager, to learn more about this fabulous property. Hi, Nicki. How are you?
Hi, Jen. Wonderful. Thank you. And
I love it here.
Thank you so much.
It's such a treat to be here.
Thank you.
So before we talk about all the wonderful amenities that you have and the space that you have here, how did you get into innkeeping?
You know, believe it or not, I was running a salon for several years, and my brother had purchased the Colonial Hotel in Gardner, and he got into some bigger ventures in the city area and basically called me up and said, I think this would be a great property for you. So my husband and I left what we were doing and took that over. That was about 15 years ago. Absolutely loved it.
Mm-hmm.
And then when this property came available in 2012, we came over and toured it and ended up being able to purchase it as well.
Who knew that that's the way your life would go?
Absolutely.
You know? Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you do have so much to offer here, and that's why I want to break it down into sections.
Yes.
And maybe talk about the restaurant here, which you've redone recently, right?
So originally, we had kind of thought of the inn as a wedding venue, simply because what we do at the Colonial is obviously that, and we thought that this property just lent itself to that so easily. So we kind of really looked at it more as, we need a bigger space. We need a space for people to be able to do larger dinners, parties, things of that nature for when the ballroom is booked, and certainly for pre-function and post-function for those weddings, your rehearsal dinners, your after parties, things of that nature. So we did the expansion of the restaurant really with that in mind. And then as the regular weekday business started to grow, we saw that this restaurant really became a place of its own. And we've seen that grow literally week by week since we've been here. So we're just thrilled with the progress that it's made. And obviously we come out with a new menu every quarter, and we're ready to release that now. So this is the perfect time to come in enjoy dinner here.
Well, tell me some of the things that you'll offer on the new menu.
Oh my goodness, we have so many wonderful seasonal specials. All the new spring salads will start to come out now. Strawberry blueberry salad, pecan salad. All of the fall menus will start to come off, and we'll have some new items coming on with that. So we have, pork loin is coming on, which is a fabulous dish. All of the signature specials will still be there, always be there. Our grilled ribeye, which is one of our most popular. Tenderloin, surf and turf, those types of items that people really enjoy throughout the seasons. But I think that the new menu coming out will really have some different specials on it that people will love. And then we run daily specials as well. Whatever's fresh in the market, those will run as well. And we usually do post those online so people are aware of what they have available.
Good. Well, and it's such an intimate setting because you have booths, you have tables, you have the bar, you can eat.
Yeah, we try to make sure that we have space where everybody's comfortable. Our booth seating is great for anyone, but obviously, families really love that. They kind of keep the kids close. The bar really lends itself for our regular guests who are here traveling, single, that can come down and feel comfortable, pick up a conversation with the bartender or somebody else at the bar. And then we have our high tops for anybody who's looking to watch the game or, keep an eye on the news or whatever it is. But yeah, there's a section here for everyone.
I love it. So for all of our viewers who are watching, let's talk about the hours that you're open.
Absolutely. So we are closed on Sunday and Monday, unless it's private function, obviously. But Tuesday through Saturday, we're open from 4 to 9 p.m. Saturday, additionally, we are open at 11 for lunch, so that obviously if we have a lot of guests in that are here for function, they can have a place for lunch and they can come down during the day and pick something up while they're waiting for the function to begin.
Great. Yeah. Okay. Well, and speaking of those guests, you've also done some renovations to the guest rooms.
We have.
What did you do?
Really everything. The guest rooms were really the only part of the inn that was original. So we had to go back and really got down to floorboards and redo everything. And I think what you'll see in the guest rooms is really what you would expect from a brand new facility. So I think that it's important for people to know that that's the condition of the guest room and everything in it. The mattresses, box springs, every piece of furniture in there is brand spanking new. We do have wonderful amenities that most hotels are not able to offer. So we have in most of the guest rooms, we have microwave, refrigerators, cabinets, seating space, so that if you're here as a long-term guest, you have a little bit more space to sit and enjoy a bite to eat in your own room.
Sure.
So that you don't have to come down to the restaurant, but you should.
Yes. So you must find that you get business travelers during the week. Is that it?
We do. We're very, very fortunate. We've seen, as I said before, really the business pick up from all angles, and that is really our greatest gain is in that piece. So we do see a lot of corporate travelers that are here for a week at a time that really appreciate those extra amenities that come back over and over again. And we certainly hope to continue to see growth in that area as well.
Well, and the kitchenette is key, right?
It is.
For anybody
It
staying
really
long
is.
term.
It's just one of those things that you don't get in a typical guest room. Anybody building a hotel right now, obviously they want to optimize their space. So, the square footage is obviously a very small blueprint. And here we use the existing size of the space that we had. So it really is a true inn. The size of that space has not changed. We didn't cut anything back. We really just opened it up and upgraded it. So you'll see that in a lot of the rooms that you have a ton of space. It's very, very comfortable, and you can stay there for a week at a time very, very easily.
And you have how many rooms total?
27.
27.
Yeah.
Which, as we transition into bridal mode,
Yes.
a bride could come in and she could book those rooms for her wedding party and out-of-town guests and really do everything here, right?
We find that we have the perfect amount of space, where you really own the inn. When you book a function here, everything is yours. The guest rooms are yours, the function space. This actually, as beautiful as it is of a restaurant, it's a fabulous pre and post function space. So this becomes a private space for you after 10 p.m. to come down and have your after party. And then again in the morning, that's why we don't open to the public, so that you can have a private send-off breakfast for your guests that's just your own. And typically the rooms that are being kept are for that function. So everybody that's in-house is going to be able to enjoy that amenity as well.
Oh, it just sounds perfect for them, doesn't it?
It really is.
What I'd love to do is now take a walk over and see the function space, and we
Absolutely.
can see how it all ties in together.
I would love to show that to you.
All right. So here we are in this gorgeous banquet space. Nikki, you did some renovations here, didn't you?
We did. Actually, we were very fortunate when we purchased the facility that this was a fairly new building. So we really were able to come in and just hit the ground running with functions. But we did see a few areas that we thought could use a little bit of updating. And so this season, we brought in some wallpaper just to soften the space a little bit. And we actually took out all of the carpeting and put in hardwood throughout the space. Just felt like that made it really neutral, so that when people had certain colors that they were looking to bring in for a function, there wasn't anything fighting that. We also just upgraded the chairs to give it, again, just a very neutral look. And then we just repainted everything just to soften it up a little bit. So everything in this area is completely new, and I should say refreshed. All of the furnishings, everything.
It is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
And these wood floors, I think about if you need a dance floor and you used to have to bring in the wooden pieces, and now you could dance through this whole
So that's what I tell
space.
people when they say, how big is your dance floor? And I say, as big as you need it to.
Yes, it's
So
great.
obviously, this is a typical setup for this space, and you have a huge dance floor here. But if you do have more people in the space, it accommodates up to 300. So if you had a 250-person function, you might find that those tables are encroaching a little bit on the dance floor. So after the fact, you can just push them back a little bit and make that dance floor a little bit bigger.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, and you have a reception area outside the room, which is nice.
Which is fabulous. Yeah, that is something that not a lot of facilities have, and because this was a newer build, the owners really took that into consideration when they did the build out, and they made sure that there was plenty of pre-function space. It's really well lit, as you can see. Everything you can see into the space, so people don't feel the need to kind of sneak in and peek at it.
Right.
They can see it all, but we keep everything closed off until you're entered into the ballroom, and so you're doing your mingling out in that foyer area. We have a nice big built-in bar that we added on when we took over, and it's just a very comfortable space. There's seating if you need it, soft seating if you need it, but for the most part, people are up and about enjoying their hors d'oeuvres and their drinks and getting ready for the function itself.
Well, and taking it one step further, for a wedding, you can actually hold the ceremony outside. You have a beautiful area out there.
Another piece that we were just really, really lucky with, not a lot of places have a space like that. It's a completely enclosed garden area. So when you're doing your ceremony, you really feel like you're in a private space. And it's literally steps away from this space. So obviously you can stay out there and take your pictures and then come on in when you're ready for your cocktails.
And you're finding a good percentage of the brides do that, right?
We are. This particular location, I think because it's such a great space for the ceremony, we find about 70 to 80% of our brides that book here are doing their ceremony on site. It just makes everything so much easier for them. Their guests don't have to travel. Where we have the guest rooms and we also have that new space in the restaurant, they're doing their rehearsal here in the ceremony space, and then the rehearsal dinner downstairs in the restaurant. Then they're able to do, obviously, ceremony and reception day of, and then back downstairs for that after party at late night.
And everyone is staying.
And everyone's staying. So nobody has to travel. Nobody has to drive anywhere.
Yeah.
They're all here for the duration, and it really, really works.
Yeah. Well, and I have to say, I know you do a lot of weddings here, but you also do a lot of other events, showers.
We do. We're very, very fortunate with the businesses in the area that we do a lot of corporate events here. We do quite a bit of showers, anniversary parties, birthday parties, all of those types of events. And, you know, the ballroom is really a great space where you feel like if you've only got 100, it really lends itself to be a little bit more intimate. And if you've got that 2 or 250, it can accommodate it, and you don't feel like you're really too small for it. So it just, you know, we redo the room to accommodate the number of guests we have, and it really works for everyone.
Well, and we have our annual dinner coming here, so
know,
we're
so
looking forward to
excited.
that.
Yes, us as well.
Kudos to you. You've done a beautiful job. The
Thank you so
renovations
much.
are gorgeous. I encourage people to come to dinner in the restaurant. It's just such a cozy, warm space. I love it.
Thank you
Love
so
it.
much.
So,
Really,
yeah.
it was great to have you today, and we
Thank
look forward
you.
to seeing you in June, and hopefully in the interim as well.
Thanks, Nikki.
Thanks so
for
much.
chatting with us.